A court shoe, or pump, is a shoe with a low-cut front and usually without a fastening. However, some have an ankle strap. They are usually worn by women, but are still traditional menswear in some formal situations, where the style is sometimes called an opera slipper or patent pump. Women's wear. Pumps for women are usually heeled. The shape has varied through time. In the UK, in 2007, a closed-toe and wide heel were worn by the very fashion-conscious, but most still wore stilettos of mainly kitten height to medium height. In the UK, outside the fashion trade, the term pumps would normally imply flat or low-heel dancing or ballerina pumps, or even rubber-soled canvas plimsolls. In the US, pumps exclusively refers to women's shoes with a kitten or high heel. Pumps can be made from any material, but traditional patent leather is popular. Pumps are mostly worn with a suit or a uniform, but are also worn with formal and informal dresses, skirts, trousers, and jeans. White, stiletto-heeled pumps are the standard attire with swimsuits and beauty pageants. Pumps are also part of the costume of a ballroom dancer. They are made of satin, usually tan, though other colors are made as well, and worn on both the competition and practice floors. Menswear. In the Regency period, during the day upper-class gentlemen in Western Europe wore dress boots, and boots or pumps by night, which accompanied silk knee-high stockings and breeches. The shoes originally had silver-cut steel buckles, but these were removed by the influence of Brummel, and a square grosgrain bow was added. By Victorian times, evening footwear was pumps when there would be dancing or music, and patent leather dress boots otherwise. Pumps remained as standard with evening full dress until the 1930s. At that time, the dress boot was also going out of fashion, as laced shoes began to be worn at all times. Even though it now survives in much the same form as it was at the start of the 19th century, pumps have been largely displaced by Oxfords, perhaps because of an effeminate image and the declining use of white tie. It remains acceptable with black tie, and, since formal boots are now hardly ever worn, pumps are standard with white tie, their only remaining common use. They're still preferred with formal wear by many leaders of style. The original versions worn with steel-cut buckles are still worn as part of British court uniform and dress. Construction. The construction of pumps is simple, using a hole-cut leather top with a low vamp, lined with either quilted silk or plain leather, trimmed with braid at the opening. The full leather sole is either glued onto the bottom, common on cheaper styles, or sewn, as on more costly bespoke styles still made traditionally, using a shallow slit to lift a flap of leather around the edge to recess and hide the stitching. The sole is, as on ordinary shoes, several layers of leather put together. The bow is made of grosgrain silk or rayon, in a pinched or flat form. References. Bibliography: Anton Giovanni, Nicholas. The Suit, A Machiavellian Approach to Men's Style. HarperCollins. ISBN 978-0-06-089186-2. Flisser, Alon. Clothes and the Man, The Principles of Fine Men's Dress. Villard. ISBN 0-394-54623-7. Retrieved September 20, 2008. Flisser, Alon. Dressing the Man, Mastering the Art of Permanent Fashion. HarperCollins. ISBN 0-06-019144-9. External links